This isn't Resident Evil. Hello, welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host, Khaleel Ward. On this episode, I'll be talking about the new Netflix show, Resident Evil. And like I said in the opening, this isn't the Resident Evil show. It's a show about zombies and some weird things happening. They just mentioned Umbrella a bunch of times and consider it a Resident Evil show. The show is told in two parts, present day and flashbacks. The flashbacks are more interesting because we discover more. We follow Jade and Billie and Albert Wesker. It's the Wesker family. Albert Wesker is from the Resident Evil games. He's this scientist, kind of crazy, really strong, just a difficult kind of guy. In this particular show, he's a father. He's played by Lance Reddick, and he's the best thing about the show. At times, he's a really caring father. He just wants to protect his girls. He flexes his power working with Umbrella when he threatens another parent with just words. But it's a lot of discovery. The girls don't really trust their dad. They don't have that really friendly relationship. So Jade is the one who is always questioning everything and kind of always getting into trouble. Billie is the one following Jade, probably the favorite of Albert. And they just get into a lot of mess, because they don't listen. Every time the father says, don't do this, they're like, why not? And they do it anyway. Present day, we're following Jade, and her job is to watch zeros. That's what they call the zombies. And she's studying how they change and, what goes first when they first get bit and do they adapt to certain things. Eventually, she gets into some trouble. She gets captured, it seems like, every other time. And Umbrella is looking for her. They want her back. In the present, it's like Jade is doing stuff, but she's not a hero type. She's really quite mean to a lot of people, but she gets out of stuff, but it's not like in the hero way, like a Leon in Resident Evil. She's not doing anything spectacular. She's just like barely surviving. The zombies, they run, but they don't seem too fast. It's weird. A lot of them they sprint, but it's not like World War Z type sprinting. But the zombies are not always in close quarters, so it doesn't always feel scary. It's usually out in the open. Umbrella has a bunch of guns, so they usually handle them fairly quickly, but it's not scary enough for Resident Evil. They just always mention Umbrella, so that's how we know it's Resident Evil. They live in the flashback, they live in New Raccoon City. The old Raccoon City blew up, but they don't go into depth about it. Honestly, the show would be better if it focused only on the flashbacks, because that's where we get all the discovery about what's going on and what's wrong with Umbrella. The story works there. The acting is not particularly great all the time, but the story is better told in the flashbacks. The present day, it just feels like something happened and people are trying to survive. That's what kind of show it is. It's not Resident Evil. It doesn't have that feel to it. They try to do some stuff in the later episodes of this big monster coming out to attack people, but it was underwhelming. It's 8 episodes. They're about an hour each. The first 3 or 4 are really, really boring. I think that's episode 5 where we get a lot of discovery in the flashbacks about what's going on. And that part is interesting, and we get to see Lance Reddick flex his muscles as an actor. But other than that, it's a pretty bad show, and it doesn't feel like Resident Evil. But those are just my thoughts. If you watched it, please let me know what you thought about it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Deuces.